Hello friends, welcome back to VCP Technology. In this video, I'm going to teach you about how to write a pattern like this. If you observe one thing, we have three triangles over here. The first one is left upper triangle, which will contain the spaces, and the second one is right down triangle up to this, and the third one is left down triangle, which is this. For this, I have written a program. Let me explain this program to you. Here I have declared a couple of variables. After that, the compiler will display this message to the user, and user will enter some value that will be stored in RAM, and I'm initializing I value is 1. After that, here we have do while loop, which checks the condition 1 is less than or equals to 5, right? Condition is true, it will come inside the do while loop. After that, I'm taking the j values from 4 because here j value has repeated for 4 times only, not the 5 times. Okay, that is the reason I have taken j value from 4. Now j value is containing 4, and I'm initializing p1 with nothing. After that, it will come to the do while loop. 4 is not equal to 0. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the if block and it will check the condition. I is less than or equals to j, which means if I is equals to 1, then j is repeated for 4 times. So from 1 to 4, okay? After that, if I equals to 2, then j value is repeated for 3 times up to 2 to 4, right? If I equals to 3, then j is repeated for 2 times up to 3 to 4. If I equals to 4, then j is repeated 1 time only, which is 4. So that is why I'm taking the condition like this. After that, this condition is true, right? Then it will come inside the if block and space will be concatenated to p1. After that, j value will be decremented by 1 and it checks the condition. 3 is not equal to 0. Condition is true, then it will come inside and it checks the condition. 1 is less than or equals to 3. Condition is true, then again space will be added. After that, j will be decremented by 1, which means 2 not equal to 0. It will come inside. 1 is less than or equals to 2. Then again one more space added. After j will be decremented by 1. 1 is less than or equals to 1. Condition is true. Then another space will be added to p1. Now p1 is having 4 spaces. Okay. After that, j value will be decremented by 1, which means 0. 0 is not equal to 0. Condition is false. Then it won't enter into the do while loop. It will come out of the do while loop. Here I'm taking k value from 5. Okay. And that is why I'm initializing k equals to num and p2 with nothing. Here we have one more do while loop. 5 is not equal to 0. Condition is true, then it will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition. 1 is greater than equals to 5. Condition is false, then it won't enter into the if block and k value will be decremented by 1, which means 4. 4 not equal to 0. Condition is true. If you observe one thing, if I is equals 1, then k is repeated 1 time only. If I equals to 2, then k is repeated 2 times. 2 and this 1. At this place, there is a space. We'll handle this 2. After that, if I value equals to 3, then k is repeated 3 times. And if I equal to 4, then k value is repeated 4 times. If I equal to 5, then k is repeated 5 times. So like this happened. Here you can observe one thing. This 2 is printed when k is 2 and I is 2. And this 3 is printed when k is 3 and when I is 3. And this 3 is printed when k is 1 and I is 3. Which means if I and j values are even numbers, then you have to print the I value. If I and j values are odd numbers, then you have to print the I value. If I is even, then k is odd, then you have to print a space. If I is odd, then k is even, then you have to print a space. Like this pattern will be. So for that, I'm going to take the condition like this. So do while loop will be executed and 5 is not equal to 0. Condition is true, then it will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition. I is greater than or equals to k. What is the I value? 1. 1 is greater than or equals to 5. Condition is false, right? It won't enter into the if block and it will come out of the if block and it will decrement the k value by 1. Now k value is 4. 4 not equal to 0. Condition is true, right? Then it will come inside the while loop and it checks the condition. 1 is greater than or equals to 4. Condition is false. Then k value will be decremented by 1, which means 3. 3 not equal to 0. Condition is true. Again, it checks the condition. 1 is greater than or equals to 3. Condition false. Then k value will be decremented by 1, which means 2. 2 not equal to 0. Then again, it checks the condition. 1 is greater than or equals to 2. Condition is false. Again, k value will be decremented by 1, which means 1. 1 is not equal to 0. To enter into the do while loop, it checks the condition. 1 is greater than or equals to 1. Not greater than 1, but it is equal to 1, right? So this condition is true. Then it will come inside the if block. It checks the condition. If percentile remainder of I by 2 is not equal to 0, which means I am finding the I value, whether it is a odd number or even number. We have a condition, right? If I value is odd and k value is odd, then only you have to print the I value. If I value is even and k value is even, then only you have to print the I value. Otherwise, if I value is even and k value is odd, then you have to print the space. So that is the condition we have to write, right? So here is the condition. I'm finding the I value, whether it is even or odd. First I value is 1, right? 1 by 2. The remainder of 1 by 2 is 1, right? So which is not equal to 0. The condition is true. It will come inside the if block and it checks the condition. Now I'm finding the remainder of k, whether it is even number or a odd number. So k value is 1, right? 1 by 2. The remainder of 1 by 2 is 1, right? 1 is not equal to 0. The condition is true. Then it will come inside the if block and that is converted as character, and I am assigning that number to P2. It will come out of the if block and it won't enter into this else block 2. After that k value will be decremented by 1, which means 0. 0 not equal to 0, condition is false, then it will come outside of the do while loop. Now I am initializing L value with 1. After that P3 value with nothing. Okay, it checks the condition. 1 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, right? Again we have a condition over here, which is, here you can observe one thing. This line is included in k values only. If you take the L values from 1 to 5, then this line will be printed again, which is not necessary, right? So to avoid this, I have a condition, which is if L is greater than 1. Now L value is 1, right? 1 is greater than 1. Condition is false, then it won't enter into this if block and I value will be incremented by 1. After that I value becomes 2. Again it checks the condition. 2 is less than or equals to 5. It condition is true. After that we have if condition. 2 is greater than 1. Condition is correct and it will come inside the block and it checks the condition. 1 is greater than or equals to 2. Condition is false, right? Then it won't enter into this block. Here I value is 1, right? So L value will be incremented from 2 to 5, which means all the conditions are false. Then we have nothing in P3. After that the loop will be ended. Now I'm printing all those variables by concatenate them, which means it will print this line, okay, along with the spaces. Like that the loop will be repeated. If I equals to 2, it checks the condition and it will repeat the first loop, and P1 will contain these 3 spaces. After that the second loop will be repeated and it will contain these 2 elements, 2 and space. After that the third loop will be repeated, that P3 will contain this single element only. After that I value will be incremented by 1 and P1 will contain these 2 spaces and second loop will be executed. P2 will contain these 3 values, which means 3 space 3. After that the third loop will get executed and it will contain these 2 values, which means space and 3. Like this all the loops are executed until unless the I value becomes 5. If I value becomes 6, then condition false, then it won't print anything. Okay, that is the condition. We'll file this and compile this. So call it. Now I'm entering the value as 5. Here you can see the pattern. Okay, this is how you have to print the pattern. I hope you guys understand this question. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.